welcome to the LGBTQ review. We're James and Beth, and every week we take a look at some LGBTQIA+ content and review it, except this week when we're doing recommendations. We're doing other recommendations this week. So my first recommendation is You're Wrong About podcast, which is I think it's weekly, American podcast with journalists Mike and Sarah, who are obsessed with like past events. Every week they reconsider a person or event that has been miscast in public imagination. So I'd suggest the episode Matthew Shepard. That was really great. I mean, horrific and sad, but really interesting.
My first recommendation is a short film on Netflix released in 2020 called John Was Trying to Contact Aliens, about a guy called John who has built his own radar dish in his garage and just plays records and then sends it out into space to contact aliens. It's really lovely, and it goes into his life. It's just like a dad trying to do a radio show. It's very nice.
My next recommendation is an artist called Rory Midhani, who makes little painted puppety things like this. Can you see this? I've had this calendar this year and it's great. And you can follow him on Instagram at Rory Midhani. It's just his name.
My next recommendation is series This Is Taylor, which originally aired on Snapchat over 32 days. And it's by the Gay Women channel on YouTube. You can just see it all now. It follows Taylor, who is a college student in her first gay relationship, and it's like her finding out about that, living with her roommate, and yeah, it's just really nice and fun. The people who made it, they have lots of other stuff on their channel as well.
My next recommendation is Easter Road Press, who publish lots of zines, Butch Archive, Boy Tits, Men Take Me for Dinner, Wank. It's all good stuff. 21 Things I Did When I Was Thin, Loneliness, great stuff. I like them a lot. I think you can buy their stuff on Etsy.
My next recommendation is the musician Marika Hackman, who last year in November released a covers album, which was really, really great. I really enjoyed listening to. There's a cover of Jupiter 4.
Oh, that's for real. How did it take a long time?
By originally Sharon Van Ellen.
Sharon Van Etten. She does a great song, 17, that I love.
They do covers of like Beyonce and Radiohead and lots of like big names, Elliott Smith and other things. And it's all quite unrecognizable.
My next recommendation is Malblum, who has 2 new singles out, Nobody Waits.
You only want me when I'm well. You only want me when I'm okay.
And San Cristobal. It's so good. Like, their stuff just keeps getting better and better, in my opinion.
My next recommendation is Shun, S-S-I-O-N. So it's spearheaded by Cody Coachella. Music, performance, art, video. He does lots of like music videos for other musicians. Santa Gold, Gossip, Peaches, Dum Dum Girls. And he's done like lots of artwork. He did the artwork for Fever to Tell, which is one of my favorite albums by the Years.
My next recommendation is Joey BG Illustrations. You can follow her on Instagram. She's a Canadian illustrator. It's like line illustrations of women, but it's really good. I've got one that I can't show you because I taped it to the wall because I was too impatient to get a frame. And she does loads of like queer women interest illustrations, Killing Eve and Bly Manor and all the other ones ever.
My next recommendation is a spoken word. It's Spork, which is an extra run spoken word and music night that happens monthly. They do a podcast, podcast, where they have lots of great spoken word artists, but they do queer nights as well. Yeah, it's hosted by Chris White, and you can look up his stuff, which is always really great. And they try and make spoken word accessible and fun for everyone, and they do lots of workshops and all kind of great stuff.
My next recommendation is Sarah Paulson's Instagram, because she has been doing great Instagram lives where she gets a guest on and then they talk to each other about projects and things. When she's waiting for them, she just gets fans on that are already in the stream, and it's great. It's like such a joyous thing. She's just lovely. I've only recently started following her, but it's such a happy, nice, positive thing. It's On Connection by Kae Tempest. I really like their work. their poetry and their plays, and their book, The Bricks the House Built, is somewhere in that red section. I don't know where. That's super, super good. They brought out this non-fiction last year. It's a meditation on the power of creative connection. If you're in like any kind of creative field, it's quite interesting. Also some interesting stuff on gender and bodies. We Are Everywhere: Protest, Power and Pride in the History of Liberation by Matthew Riemer and Leighton Brown. It's got loads of images and posters and stuff. It's really good. Life is a Unicorn by Amrou Al-Kadhi. I think the tagline is from God-fearing Muslim boy to queer drag queen. It opens at the Edinburgh Fringe, where their drag troupe, I want to say double denim, but that can't be right because I just like denim. It's just denim, that's it. I've put in double denim. That would be my drag troupe. They all turn around at the beginning of the show. It's like a reveal, and they're the last person to turn around. And when they turn around, they see that there's like 6 Muslim women in the first row, old Muslim women, and they just freak out and have a terrible show. They come backstage afterwards and they really liked it.
No.
I'm Not Label, which isn't like super gay. It's by Cerrie Burnell. It's about 34 trailblazing disabled role models from around the world and throughout history whose incredible lives and careers demonstrate that living with a disability or chronic illness is not a definition, but just one of the parts that make these amazing athletes, activists, thinkers and artists so unique. And then, you know, some of them are a bit gay too.
So like a medium gay, this book. There's like super gay and then not gay. This is medium gay.
I don't know if I would even say it was medium gay, but it's really good. You don't get to see those two things.
It's a beautiful book.
It is, isn't it? I love it. No Shame by Tom Allen. It came out in November of 2020 and I loved it so much. It's his autobiography about growing up different, and predictably I just adored it. There's a bit where he's at school, something bad happens to him, I don't want to spoil it, and I was just listening along and doing something else at the same time. And I was like, this is fine. This book is so good. And then suddenly I was crying so much. It was ridiculous. And I was like, oh yeah, still got some stuff about school. Cool.
And lastly, we are going to talk about Grouping Expansion Issue 2. It's the anthology that Beth has been putting together.
We both put Issue 2 together.
We did, yeah. It was very fun and a bit stressful.
Issue 2 is on the theme of community.
It's all working class writers who are the contributors. It's just lovely to see people submit stuff, and when it gets selected and put in stuff, they get paid. You'd think it would be the bare minimum of the art world, but it's not.
It's a bit gay. Probably less gay than last time, but still a bit gay. I imagine you can buy it on the website if it hasn't sold out. That seems unlikely. These were our miscellaneous recommendations for 2021. If you have any recommendations for us, please leave them in the comments below. You can follow us on Twitter at LGBTQ_review and like and subscribe here if you want to see more of this.